Hello all, welcome back. So, you are joining me in one of the new whips. Situation report on the vans. The one I'm in now is the shit piece one. It's pretty bad condition. I did put my foot through the side of it just for fun. However, it runs. Yeah, without too much effort, I got this one started. And it sounds alright. There's a bit of a rattle to it, which I'm not sure about. I need my mate to have a listen. But it ran. The coolant was black, really dark brown. So that's probably not great. Could just be really old and gone rusty. I drained it, and I've just filled it with water yesterday, just while I ran it to get some. Yeah, I'll have to do a few flushes if I'm going to use this engine. Right, let's start her up. It's showing the RPM, and the engine management light has gone off. We've got an airbag light, low coolant light. Shit, probably need to stick some more water in it. But yeah, as you saw, this one runs 260,000 kilometres on it, which I think my van is 200, so it's not that bad. You know, 60k more. This van is a complete tip. It's full of rubbish. Down here, the back is up to the ceiling in just rubbish. That's why this one was so cheap. Well, they were both cheap. So that one there is the better condition one. That's the last one that was driving. That had an electrical problem with it, and I've still not. I had a little play with it, but I've not been able to start it yet. And that was 1,500 sec, £110 or something. I'm not sure. Whatever. But that looks okay, and that rolls. It doesn't look that rusty. This is really rusty underneath. It's one of the worst vans I've ever seen. Yeah, that don't start. This one, he said we can take this one as well. And if he doesn't empty it, I can have it for 1,000 sec. So this one's about 70, 80 quid. Something for 70 quid maybe. I got a whole van for 70 quid. All legal, like paperwork is done. They're not robbed or anything. I got 2 keys with each van. You know. But it's full of trash in the back, and I literally mean trash. Like, it's just full of shit. I just erased the codes and the engine warning light went off. That could be because it had no airbox on it when I first ran it. And the airbox has got a sensor plug on it. So I first ran it to see if it didn't work. And it was running like shite. So I mangled, I think the airbox was out of there. Half of the airbox. And then put the new air filter on the half, put it on the pipe, plug the cable in. So that engine light could have been for that. I'm just going to stick some more water in it, and then I'm going to run it again. The door doesn't work. Yeah, it's a real shame because, you know, I've took the front off this now so I could get access. The engine looks alright, a bit rusty. But yeah, it's a shame because, I mean, this is, look at the size of it. It's a long wheelbase. So you see this whole bit here on my van. You know, if this was good condition, I'd consider just swapping the old van. But yeah, as you can see, it's wrecked. This is just shagged, unfortunately. But, you know, it is what it is. I'll get enough parts out of it to make it worth 70 quid, I can assure you of that. Yeah, if I look in the back, this is just stupid. Look at the state of this. I think there probably will be a little bit of useful bits in here. You've got like door seals here which look alright. You know, there might be one or two useful things, but I think it's mostly just rubbish. Just bags of flipping rubbish. Yeah, bit annoying, but whatever. It is what it is. This one's a Citroen, and that's a Peugeot, but they're the same anyway. This one's alright though. You can see it's got the steering column thing off. But we've got some new bits and bobs in here. We've got discs, pads, what are they? Wheel bearings. Cool. So, a few spares. The plan I've got in my head at the minute is if I can use the engine out of this one, because I think they're the same mileage, pretty much. They're both around 250, 260. But if I can use this engine, then that will be good, because then I can take everything I want out of this, put it in the back of that van, and then once that van is running, I'll get it running, I can drive that to ours and just keep that as it is for the time being with spare parts in it, and then just scrap this one basically. You know, milk it for what it's worth and just get rid of it, take it to the scrapyard. Right, now it's saying no codes, so let's start it up. It's got a big knock that happens when it starts. Yeah, there's a hole in the exhaust as well, which I think was caused by a wheel loader picking it up. It sounds like a tractor. Hear the turbo going. Yeah, I'm gonna let it warm up again. See what happens. I'd like to try and put it into gear and stuff, but I can't because there's no clutch. It'd be good to test the gearbox. But yeah, good other spare parts that I'm going to get, which has already paid for the whole thing. You see just there, that is the mains powered preheater as well. They've both got Webasto's in them, same as mine, so I've got two spares of them now. And then yeah, I'm going to take that mains preheater stuff off and put that on my van. So it's like a second option of preheating. You know, because that's smart. I started to go through this and try and get rid of some of it. I think there'll be some alright stuff in here, maybe. Don't know, we'll see. Found these. Anyone want any movies? Right, everyone. So, the bad condition van is running. Managed to get that going pretty easily. Just a couple of cables that were out. This one is the one that was actually advertised, and this has an electrical problem, or it wouldn't start. Wouldn't even turn over. I think I found, or I hope I found the problem, which is the starter motor. So I've just been and took the one off my other van, which is here. Hopefully I'll plug this in and she'll turn over, maybe even start. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? It'll be nice to have both vans running, so that then I can choose which engine I want to put in, whichever seems like it's running the best, I suppose. But choice is always good. Of course, as soon as I get it connected up, it starts pissing it down again. But I'm going to go for it anyway. So hopefully this will do something now. fair, the starter wasn't turning at all before. So, oh god, proper raining. Easy as that. That sounded absolutely terrible. I think the exhaust is hanging off, which isn't good. It needs coolant in it, which also isn't good. Oh, that is such good news. That fired straight up as well. I didn't really want it to, but I'm glad that it did. Alright, fire it up again, have a proper listen. The rattle is the exhaust because it got picked up on forks. Both of them are just wrecked now. But here's what it is. See that rattle? It's just the exhaust. There we go. Sounds good. Oh dear. We'll let it warm up. See if we have any coolant problems. Oh, I'm so flipping happy about that. And that's it. Ran it right up to temperature. So the thermostat opened and everything. No problems, nothing pissing out, nothing set on fire. Sounded pretty good. I couldn't really test the gearbox because I don't think there's a clutch there. The brake feels, don't know, but the springs collapsed on that side, so I can't drive it anyway because it's like in the tyre. But so now I've got to decide which van I'm going to rip to bits first. I got 2 running vans for 180 quid. That's ridiculous. I mean, if I was a wheeler dealer, I could probably fix whatever needs fixing on this, get it through a test and flog it. But that's not why I got it, you know. I think it's smarter if I'm going to keep my van, which I want to, because I actually quite like it. It's smarter to have an abundance of spare parts in case or for when things go wrong in the future, which they will, you know. That's just how it goes. Right, yesterday I switched over the broken suspension on the nice van. Well, nice, you know, the better one. Did all of that and then drove it, and it drove nice. The engine felt really good, really strong. All I had was the handbrake and the gears to stop, which was a little bit scary. But I managed it, nobody died, all good. Until, however, I decided, just as a precaution, I should do a head gasket test on it, and the head gasket is gone. Worse than my original van, much worse. It's bubbling out in the expansion tank, and the sniff test thing that I did turned green after about 10 seconds. So that's just absolutely flipping brilliant.